It's a messy old job. Throwing it on the floor. Got to get it on the wall. Buildings. Back in the day, as they say, it had been used in all these buildings, but there are different types of lime as well, so you just have to learn. Let's just get some more there.
Bright up against the tide, it's always you and I when you want it. Brave, pushing on the waves for a place to stay. Bring the harbor, and our ships are passing. My love, this won't last. Our ships keep on passing, missing in the night, missing in the night, and this too shall pass. Wind, four corners closing in, moving on my skin. Do we have to? Stars thrown upon the wall, navigates it all like a calling. I'm gonna steal my time.
It's symmetry with the top panels at the top. I'm just going to come back to this evening and give it a light brush off and just tidy, touch it up very lightly. But it's basically, once I take the batten off the bottom, that's job done. And it's going to go around the whole thing like that, the whole of the porch. Okay, so I'll just put some lime plaster on here, just roughly at the moment. Let it go off a bit and then I'll smooth it down. But this is what I'm trying to achieve. So I've done these yesterday, these panels here. They're beaded. Look, I'll give you a little close up so you can see they project from the wall, if you like, and all around here. Let me just step back and show you. This side's pretty much dryish now, but it's looking nice at it because it's lining up with the sashes I made for the porch. Yeah, so they sort of line up coming down there. Now this is what we call putty lime. Putty limes with a specific type sand to get this nice finished texture. It's quite tough now, it's gone a bit, well, I couldn't put my finger into it anyway. So I'm just doing this bit here. Right, just wetting up the subsurface so I can get a good adhesion. I've started this already, so I'm going to get this one on and then make my panels out. I've just done this panel here. Okay, and let me show you what I do. I've got a little tool I made, do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Little tool I made up
that you adapted.
Just a bit of old pipe, split down the middle, welded it on there. Okay, and what I do is I just keep that wet, and then that comes onto here, and I just pull that along, and then I get it so it's the mitre into the corner. Pull it out, and then the mitre at the back end. Pull it out. It gives me a nice finish. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, same here. As well, I'll do the same now. I ain't going to do it because I've just done that. I've got to wait for that to dry a little bit now before I titivate with it, as they say. But that panel, if you step back, Trey, you can see now the two panels match up.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
It's finished it off lovely, hasn't it?
Come over here. You get these two as well. Sort of gives the porch a nice finish, you know.
It's lovely, absolutely beautiful, and it'd be lovely once we get a colour on there as well.
Yeah.
Just tap the bottom. Put my hand in so I make a big enough hole. Push the lavender down. And just make sure all the soil is pushed around the actual lavender plant.
I don't know where you came from, but this road is yours to trail, made to mold into a song that's sung before your day. So you found the beat, the melody, the words to lift your soul. You were made with love. You were made with love. You were made with love for this world. Silence speaks under.
24 sheets of plasterboard.
No, 25.
Oh, 25, I do apologise. Taken off the trailer.
There we go. So 25 sheets, 2.5 long, 1.2 whatever wide, and that's enough there to do all of the kitchen, the ceiling, and the work in the dining room on the walls ready for the mural. And
you have to get that right.
yeah, I'll get that right. And we got some dot and dab adhesive, we call it, and some finishing or jointing for the
It's like a pate, they call it.
yeah, they call it pate of some sort, yeah. But it's a filler that fills the tape and joints, yep. So,
Lovely way
good
to
job.
spend Sunday morning taking in plasterboards.
On a Sunday morning, eh? Well, we got it off the trailer now, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing because it looked like it might rain, even though the sun's just popped out.
Yeah.
So, good job. Let's get on with the next one. So what you see me doing here is I'm what they call it, floating off. I'm just flattening the surface with this float, and then filling in any holes with this bit here of my hand. So if I see a hole, say here, I just put it on and then flatten it down, make the surface flat. So I'll keep doing this now. This bit here is a little bit soft, so I've got to wait a little bit longer. I'll just do this last little bit here. Then what I'll do is I'll get this finished with the float, and then once that's gone off a little bit longer, I then get a big sponge and I sponge finish it as well. And then I'll start to create the panels, and I'll show you that. So now I'm just giving it the sponge off finish. And all I'll do is a wet sponge or damp, slightly damp sponge, just going around in circular motions, and you see it starts to fill up the holes and lays it off flat. Right here, you can watch this. And that just lays that off. You've got to be careful not to do too much in one place, because it gets too wet and the fat comes up. We call it the fat of the lime. I'm nearly there now, just going to finish off this here. Trying to dodge the rain as well, it's raining at the moment. This is annoying. So okay, now I'm marking out the panel positions. I already have my mark from here to here, from up there. Okay, so I've come up 7 inches, down 6. Then what I do is I just put on that line, level that bubble up, then score a line into it, roughly where it's going to go, carry that through. Okay, so this is the mark coming down. I'm just coming to that, to the marks at the end. I've already done the one at the bottom, and then I'll come down on the marks which I've already placed, which is this one here, and just level that up or plumb it up. Okay, this one. So I'm getting the level, the bubble in the centre, which is what we call plumb, or a plumb drop. Right. Levels that way, plums upwards. Yeah. One there. So that's all my marking out. I know I haven't gone right down to the lines, but I'll get it with the other tool. And then what I do is I come in with this tool, and I just impress it into it and pull it down all the way on that line. So I'm following that trough of that line, if you like. Okay, keeping in that line down to the bottom, and then the same at the top, keeping conscious to keep it in this line here. All right, follow that line. Okay. Same with down here. It don't matter if you go a bit wobbly, because you want it to look a bit rustic, as they say. Rustic, is that the word? Yeah. And then this side, same again. Okay, that gives me an idea. I won't do this one, I'll just show you on this one. So that gives me an idea of the panel. It's in line with these columns here, and the proportions are correct for what the space is. And then the next thing I do is I go along here and I just score inside that what would you call it, a trough I suppose, yeah, a trough. I'll just score that up. And this is actually an important part, because this will create the key for the top one, and I'll show you in a minute when I'm putting it in. Actually, all I'm going to do is show you a part of this, alright? So, and then I'll show you the finish. But the next step I do here is this. I get my glove and I walk across the camera. Right. Get my glove and come back through the camera. And I get a bit of my mix, which is here. Now, ordinarily you could spray that a little bit, but I think we'll get away with this. And then I go on top of that and I just plant the piece on like this. And I keep working that down. Or working it in. Yeah, you can give it a little bit of a push down. Hopefully you can see that. Right, and the same as the top, I work my way this way. I'm wearing the glove because it's quite caustic, the lime, and it, you know, it dries your hands out as well. If you're holding it in your hand, you get dry hands. It's a lot worse than say cement or something like that in that way. Lime dries you out, doesn't it? You know, it's what it's for. You want to get rid of a body, put lime on it, didn't you? Or feed it to the pigs. Sorry, I'm having a mad moment. Anyway, keep going like that. Right. And that just basically put it on there rough. It looks rough like that. Right. I'll keep putting some down here because I just want to give you an idea, because it's a tedious job and it takes time. Then I get my next tool, which is this, and I find the line again and I keep it flat and I push. So I should have put some water on this, but I'm going to get away with this hopefully. Okay, and then I come back up again and then down again. Okay, don't worry about them little infills. I'll just get a little piece, put it on there like that, and do the process again. And this is technically pargeting, because you're bringing something out, yeah. And then what I'll do here, same again. I'll follow that line, keep that flat. Right. Okay, and now the tool I've made has got two 45-degree angles I put on it for this particular situation, to get in the corners. So I push that into the corner now, work myself away, come back onto it, work myself down. Oops, through my glasses really. Okay, so that gets that corner built. All right, and I'll show you and I'll dress it up. And then get me little, don't know, you tell me what that is, I ain't got a clue. All right, and all I do is flick out them edges. Okay. Very therapeutic. Should have a go at something like this. And then, so we're at that stage there, right? So there's a little bit of a bump. Now we'll just clean that up. Then, just to tidy it up a bit more, I put the little this trowel, if you like, into that corner. I just pull it along that line. Alright. Pull that way, that way. Hang there. Wait, flicking it away. That is nearly the finished end. There's one more little thing I've got to do, and I've just got to get it behind you. So what I'll do then technically I'd leave this for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, to just carbon off, if you like, just dry it a little bit. Then I get this brush and I lightly brush it, and that makes it all nice and tidy, crisp. And that is how you do a bead in plaster, lime plaster. Anyway, leave me do this now. I'm going to get this all finished, and then I'll show you the finished product, if you like. Okay, so finished job. 2 beads on the panels on the side, and once again they're raised out. You can sort of see that, I hope. So we now got a porch with all the plastering done on the bottom, all the panels in. I was gonna do some embellishment in the panels, but Tracy and me have both agreed it's probably too much, and it would detract from the porch itself. And all I've got to do is that up there, redo the fleur-de-lis, re-plaster it up there and put the bead in, and that is nearly finished then. Take the beads off the bottom, the battens I should say, where I work to, repaint the black, clean the porch down, and she's done. And it's been nice now, the weather's been good. I mean, we had a bit of rain, but it's been nice, it's been good, so we can get these things finished outside. But tell me what you think. Is you liking that? So folks, thought I'd show you this. Bees are really getting heavy now. There's a lot of bees in there working away in the original hive. But the good news is they've had another colony come, and I put the red box here, and they came. And they've come in, they've moved in. You can't hear it, but I can hear them humming. In there. They're not coming out to play now. But here they come, look. So we've got 2 colonies going now. And they're a different colony. Them bees there are different, very, very slightly from them bees there. These are a much darker bee over here, and they're working hard. They're collecting what they can because it's going to rain today, I think, so they're just out before the rain comes. And these ones here are just building a new nest. So what will happen now is these ones that have moved in, they'll work away inside, arranging out how they want it all laid out, all their cone and that. And then there'll be foragers going out collecting. And the first thing they'll start to do is put wax up. Well, there is wax in there for them, but they'll start to pull out their cones, ready to start laying the queen to lay eggs. But these ones here, this colony over here, they've got really heavy now, big. And they probably might get ready to swarm, I don't know, but I'm not going to stop it. I'm just going to let them do what they got to do. Hopefully not, they're just working hard. But if they swarm, that means is half the colony will fly away, and start another colony. But that's what we want around here. We want lots of bee colonies in the trees, over there in the woodlands and in the distance. We want that to encourage that. Yeah, we want to keep the population of bees getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the area. And by keeping hives like this and letting them swarm now and then, helps that process. It's all about not totally controlling these bees and making them, you know, not swarm and holding them there. A lot of beekeepers will do that for just profit, making money all the time out of things. But I don't. I want these to just be natural, no chemicals, nothing. And then when I take that honey off there, that is the purest you'll ever get. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. So I'm really pleased about that. They're working hard, and this one has just moved in. Literally, probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago. This one here at the front is fanning. It might be a little bit warm in the box because there's a lot of bees inside that box, believe it or not. Fascinating, eh? See the one with the yellow sacs on their legs? Bringing in pollen. That means they're the queen is laying eggs. You see the odd one come in with a sac on its legs. But I think we've had a big hatch of bees. That's why there's a lot moving around now. Yeah. So this is the red hive, which is the new lot. A little bit calmer. They're just establishing their house, if you like. So there won't be so many bees in there. But they're working away. Sometimes you see the ones coming in with yellow pollen again. And if you notice these bees, if you look at these bees, I don't know if you notice this, but they're a little bit smaller. Okay, so they're a slightly different breed. Probably come from maybe a buckfast bee or an Italian bee of some sort. Whereas the other ones over here, I'll go back over there to give you an idea. As their ones in the red box are a bit more yellowy, these are much darker, these ones. A bit more frantic, a little bit bigger, more of a wild bee. Okay, they can sting at times. I'll bare sleeves here actually. No veil on, as you can see. But they're not intent on stinging me yet. They're more about getting resources. I've actually opened this box a little while ago and had a look inside, and it's absolutely heaving with bees. Probably 40 to 50,000 bees in there. Whereas this one, maybe about 10,000 bees, if I'm lucky. But that'll soon grow as soon as they start to bring in their resources. So you know what this means, don't you? It's time for me to start building bee boxes, because the bees are coming. Yes.